7.5 minutes. The dolphins make a variety of other vocalizations as well, so we're going to turn it back over to our dolphins to go ahead and show these off. Dolphins do not have vocal cords like you and I, so all of those clicks, whistles, and sounds that you hear them making are coming from that blowhole as well. Well, you guys did an excellent job. Go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause. Well, now that we've covered some of the characteristics that make dolphins mammals, I'd also like to go over some of the other adaptations that dolphins have for life in the water. In particular, all of those fins and flippers located along the dolphin's body. So it looks like Sebastian's going to be coming out to the center of the habitat to show those fins and flippers off. Great job out there, Sebastian, giving you all a good look at those fins and flippers. Now we're going to talk about them in a little more detail, starting with the large fin located on the dolphin's back. This fin is known as their dorsal fin, and it helps the dolphins remain upright and stable as they swim through the water at burst speeds of up to 22 miles per hour. Now, Chopper and Cosmo did a great job of showing off that dorsal fin, and believe it or not, this fin does not have any bones in it, but is made of a hard yet flexible connective tissue. Moving on down, the small flippers located on either side of the dolphin's body are known as their pectoral flippers. Now these pectoral flippers are great for asking for a little applause. I think we can go ahead and give it to our dolphins. They are called flippers and not fins because they are the only set that do have bones in them. And in fact, if you were to take an x-ray, you would see that they have 5 bony digits just like we have in our very own hands. Now these pectoral flippers are also great for helping the dolphins to make lightning quick stops and sudden turns. Well, last but not least, I can't forget about the large and powerful tail fins or tail flukes. That's right, I said flukes plural because there are in fact 2 of them. They are separated in the middle by what is known as the median notch. These tail flukes are connected to the most powerful muscle in the dolphin's body, known as their peduncle muscle. Now this peduncle muscle is great for a common hunting feature known as tail lobbing, in which the dolphins will slap the surface of the water with their tail, stunning their prey, making it easier to catch. Great job out there, Chopper and Sebastian, showing off that tail lob. Now in addition to using it for this hunting behavior, dolphins also use it to chase their prey as well as to leap high out of the water. Well, earlier in the show we answered the question as to how we train the dolphins, but we also want you to understand why we train them. And this is for the dolphins' overall health and well-being. So right now we have a very lucky member of our audience who's going to be coming down to join us. This is Cameron, everyone. Let's give him a warm welcome. Looks like Cameron's pretty excited to be here with us today, and that is excellent. Now you're going to become our honorary veterinarian today. So obviously it would be very difficult for us to take the dolphins to the vet's office, but we take care of them right here in their very own habitat. And one of the first things that we do each and every day is a physical examination to get a really close look over the dolphins' entire bodies to make sure they didn't get any new marks throughout the night. So Chopper looked pretty good to me, but Cameron, I saw you got a chance to touch him. So I'm sure that everyone is wondering what dolphins feel like. Cameron says that Chopper kind of feels like rubber, and that is an excellent description. A dolphin's skin is very smooth and slippery because they actually exfoliate their outer layer of skin about every 2 hours to stay sleek and streamlined when swimming through the water. Well, next up, we're going to take a look at Sebastian's tail fluke. And while this behavior might not look very exciting, it's actually one of the most important behaviors we can train with the dolphin because it's from their tail tubes that we can take a voluntary blood sample if needed. And blood, of course, can tell us a lot about the dolphin's overall health. Now, while we don't need to take this blood sample every day, we still practice this behavior to keep it nice and positive for the dolphin, especially when someone new, like Cameron, is giving their tail flukes a rub. So do you think Sebastian looks pretty calm down there, Cameron? I would agree. What do you think we could give him to let him know he's doing such a good job? A fish, absolutely. So Caitlin is going to hand you a fish, and before we give it to Sebastian, I want you to hold on to that. And since you're our expert today, go ahead and tell everyone what kind of fish that is. He's not sure, but I'm going to help you out. That, Cameron, is a dead fish. Of course it is. You can throw it right there into Sebastian's mouth. Great job. Now before you go, I want you to do me one more favor and smell your hands. Pretty stinky, right? Yeah. Well, we're going to show you the trainer trick to getting rid of that smell, okay? So go ahead and rub your hands together. Wave them high in the air to air them out. Oh, we got him. He fell for it. Well, that smell is going to come off in just a couple of weeks, Cameron. Don't you worry. He did a great job, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him one more round of applause.
Oh, he gave her a hug.
However, they do suffer from